is a Record Studios production.
No experts, no insiders, just fans.
Transmission from Smackdown Wrestling Podcast begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin broadcast.
Welcome to Tuesday Night Smackdown. I am your host, the Jew that leads the crew. Almost always the smartest guy in the room as well. Joining me tonight is the Roadie. Roadie Rob, what's going on, buddy?
How you doing? What's up? Chilling, bro.
We got a lot to get to. Medine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm
Tis
fine.
I, Saint Knickerbocker.
What?
What?
Saint Knickerbocker.
Saint what?
All right, yeah,
I'm a
Medine.
my New York Knicks shirt.
Medine is here.
Yeah, I get you.
We got a jam-packed show. We're going to extra big-ass speed round our Raw recap because those guys took the night off. That's just what they do. Why are my sound effects not working? Oh, well. I was going to do the sound effect intro to the chat board.
Yeah,
Estrada is here. Noah is here. Juan is here. And Stikelether's here so far. I'm sure we'll have more join us.
We'd better.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Oh, that's why I'm using the wrong mouse? No, I used the right mouse. See, nothing comes out. All the technical difficulties always happen to me. In any event, we've got our extra big-ass speed round where we're going to do our little Raw recap because we were off last night. And then we got our topics for the evening. Number 2 is going to be Logic Prevails. Number 3, Do They Have to? Number 4, -10. And number 5, Heel Heat wins. Do I have my effects yet, Mr. Executive Producer? Oh.
That was a bad a sound effect from Rob.
Oh, Teddy Two Stone Hearts in the house, and Juan is here. We'll get to this. Do we need a sound effect? I mean, it's going to be a minute. Okay. Well, let's just get it started then.
All right.
With number 1. Number 1 is our extra big ass speed round. Just pretend that we have whatever our sound effect was. We're just going to talk real quickly, Medine, about what happened on Raw. Board, you can kind of keep up if you need to. We're not really going to go to you in this. So we have Asuka declare that she's entering the Rumble. Good. Elias knocked out Cena, but then got pinned by Cena. So
we didn't get to talk about the promo that was absolutely amazing.
Oh, it wasn't
from the two of them. The chemistry was good.
The chemistry was good, but I felt like Cena didn't know when to jump in and when to let the kid have his moment. It felt weird also when they did the spotlight that Cena had to move out of the shadow and into the spotlight. But it is what it is. It was Cena. Kane, they want to look strong. He beats nobody. And then Braun beats 2 nobodies. So who looks stronger? Probably Braun. But apparently they're supposed to be on the same level. We had an IC match with the 2 Samoan Joes. And no true winner there, fans included. That was just absolutely garbage. I felt bad for the crowd. We got to see Hideo Itami pull his GTS and break the nose of Brian Kendrick. I don't know if that's getting ahead of the Mud Report, but Kendrick did suffer a broken nose. We talked about this. Brian texted us because he wasn't in the room watching with us last night. But
that is getting ahead of the Mud Report, but I'm glad that you mentioned it now instead of later.
Yeah, but it's worth noting because it looked vicious at the time, and he definitely laid in more than he needed to. And now Brian Kendrick has a broken nose. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. Our buddy, Roadie Rob's buddy, Jason Boredom, new tag team champ. Is there something significant about that, Medine?
The only significance is a possible statistic, but it might be one of those WWE type of statistics where he's the first to be a NXT, Raw, and SmackDown tag team champion, but I don't know if that's true or not.
I think there's an argument against that logic. And the argument is, yeah, he may be the sole person to do that, but does it really count if you're not with the tag team partner that you held the titles with?
Yes.
They count
from your perspective.
No, statistically.
Statistically, it can
it's
work
not-
against it too.
It's a gray area. I don't think it's a yes or no, Medine, because I agree with Roadie here because of the simple fact that, yes, they quantify people as, oh, this guy was an 11-time tag champ with 4 different partners. They'll say shit like that. But this guy won all the tag titles, but not with the same partner, so it doesn't
what?
have the same distinction.
So what?
So you can use it for your little stat, but I just don't think it's as big as a stat as it would be if he had his partner.
This is true.
It would. I mean, I can make a stat of he averages 3 shits a night on at every show. That's not necessarily
That's like
a stat.
ESPN stats.
Yeah, who gives a shit about that stat?
This is the third time the Yankees have beat Baltimore since the turn of the century on a rainy night and Tuesday. You know, like
that's the famous what ESPN.
The only
does,
thing I
but-
care about here is if they're gonna give him the tag title with Seth Rollins. Why take him out of American Alpha? Why not just fucking leave him there?
or switch shows and give him the belt that way.
I don't think this was the original plan. I think that,
No, duh.
obviously, and so now they need a reason to keep him in the fold.
Well, they put Jason Jordan in Dean's spot. On the board, Noah says ban the GTS. That's the second time he's done that shit to someone. And Stike Leather says, to me, the tag team champion win by Rollins and Jordan is just a rehash of Cena and Michaels winning the tag titles in 07 when Triple H was injured. So it probably is. And Noah's predicting that Jordan's going to turn. I don't know about that. Is there anything else we want to talk about for Raw? The only other thing that shocked me is there was no announcement of another Rumble entrant.
I don't, honestly, it doesn't matter. I didn't watch that.
We don't have it as a topic, so we might as well mention it here. We got 2 tonight. Knock and Orton
Yeah.
threw their names in the hat.
That was
So we got 27 spots left. 3 in the can.
yippee.
Yippee. That's
I'm just
your
saying,
analysis?
right now. Yeah, because there's
Somebody on the board give me something.
no one interesting yet. I mean, the usual suspects so far, right?
Sure.
So talk to me when you hear some name that's like, oh, interesting.
Well, Orton said he's going to win his 3rd. You don't think that's interesting? You don't think Nakamura's interesting?
To me, it is, but it's not going to happen.
Nakamura's not interesting?
No.
Elias?
No.
I think Elias is the guy this year that gets the push by being in the Final Four. You know how there's always one guy who's just happy to be there in the Final Four? That's Elias.
Happy to be there? The guy is going to be there in the Final
guy.
Four.
No.
Oh,
No.
He's been in the last 3 Final Fours.
He's a 2-time runner-up, according to Roadie's trivia
And
a while ago.
and a winner in Philadelphia the last time I was there.
Stike says that he thinks Cena was going to announce when Elias interrupted him.
Probably. But isn't that a given that Cena's going to be in it too?
And Berto wants to point out that CM Punk originated the GTS, which, again, shows Berto's intelligence
I
level.
think there was somebody before him.
No.
Yeah.
Where?
in
Can you
Japan.
read? Yeah. I know. That's why I said he's wrong.
Oh. I'm not reading.
There's sound effects. They're back.
They're back.
Good
Sound
job.
effect.
Hey, this is the rest of the ingredients.
You had to. You had to.
What you need to make a good Smackdown is your 3 key ingredients.
I know that Berto is trolling Noah. I'm well aware.
Fucking
When
troll.
he's saying that Punk originated the GTS. Medine was the one.
Get off my bridge.
Yeah, who didn't think he was kidding? We're going to move on from Raw because this is Smarkdown and we cover Smackdown.
2,
Number 2, Logic prevails. We're going to talk about KO and AJ in this segment as well, but let's start where it starts with Daniel Bryan and Shane. And Daniel Bryan, every decision he made, he backed with logic against Shane, and Shane seemingly expected it.
Wait. All Republicans turn the show off right now because this is going to confuse you.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about logic.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Logic. Sorry.
Juan's fat ass.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, Juan. Take a time out. Go outside and eat a cheeseburger.
Oh, I made it
political. But he's a Trump voter. He won't understand this. This is just gibberish. It's like a second language to him.
It's wrong.
Anyway, the thing here is Daniel Bryan made a lot of good points, but is he just covering his ass? Are they still sowing the seeds? Because last week,
Of love?
yeah, and Shane gave him his little speech, a lot of things. Vince is a success, and don't forget, he's my father.
I like that.
I liked it.
That segment was so long that was kind of the saving grace, that there was actually some interesting conversation, but the segment was unusually long. Like,
That's
come
because
on.
of no commercial breaks. They had to do a lot of things they didn't normally do with no commercial breaks the first hour. I think that's why everybody's promo ran a little bit long. Do you think there's any substance to it, guys? Do you think that this is just Daniel Bryan, like I say, covering his ass?
This is leading to something. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's absolutely. See, this is why Medine should not get keyboards. Because all he does is talk to the people on the chat board. You can't, like, not even talking on a radio show.
Yeah.
So fuck our podcast listeners, right?
Right.
You guys are having a great conversation.
And he's talking to Teddy about getting some. Berto on the board.
Wow.
He says, weeks where Rob said, I don't know why they have shows on Christmas. I was like, who cares? But I see his point. I couldn't find it in my holiday spirit to sit down and watch Raw or SmackDown. Well, thanks for being in your holiday spirit to join us.
Well, you know, but let me just address that real quick. Is we watched it. We had no intention of doing a show, and it was refreshing to kind of watch a Raw without having to do a show afterwards. It was a refreshing thing. But on another note, if you're going to make me watch Raw on Christmas night, if you're going to make people go to an arena on Christmas night, if you're going to make these guys work on Christmas night, make this show make it noteworthy. And it was not noteworthy.
I agree. And correct me if I'm wrong, but last year, instead of Clash of Champions, one of these almost holiday nights on a Tuesday, SmackDown had almost like a mini pay-per-view.
Sure.
See,
okay, if you're dragging me out in the holidays to go to a show, give me that.
Last night wasn't that. Tonight was
No.
more that.
Tonight was a lot better. We got 6 matches in 2 hours.
And it felt like what Rob was just talking about. What you should have got last night is what you got tonight.
They phoned it in on everybody who fucking committed Christmas night to them. Or Christmas night to them. I could have been fucking eating the gingerbread house of my fucking kids, but instead I'm like, okay, Vince, I watched your shit. Give me something good.
We could have
no.
We could have finally gotten the Queen to watch Elf because apparently that somehow passed her by.
Yeah, she's never seen Elf, so we decided we turned Elf off so we could watch Raw. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah. And
Makes me angry.
Medine on the board is lying to Noah, something about a package being delivered. The guy works at FedEx and he hasn't gotten it shipped out. I mean, what does that tell you? I don't know. That's like the epitome. So moving on to part 2 of this topic is AJ and KO. Shane got involved at the end, bans Sammy, distracts the ref.
We're done talking about the tag teams?
AJ, we're not. The tag teams are topic 4. Look at your 5. Look at your production sheet.
Oh.
So
I'm looking
KO
at the screen.
KO gets pinned, but there's no ref to count it. And then he turns the tables, grabs some tights, and he gets the pin. On his way out, Shane looks at AJ and says, "Sorry, champ."
That's not good enough.
Are they setting up an AJ Shane thing now?
Again? We saw that at Mania last year.
Yeah. No, that's played.
This is actually all still convoluted within the same thing. You have AJ, KO, Shane.
This is one more step for
another wrinkle for the feud that has been 2017 for SmackDown.
Yeah, this is one more step for fucking Shane to look at Daniel and say, "See, your plan had consequences, and the consequences were that KO got over, and I told you." So it's going to build into their feud thing.
Okay, but who's fighting AJ at Royal Rumble for the title? Surely he's not left off the card as the champion. So who is he fighting?
Sami Zayn.
You think there's any chance of a triple threat?
No. Not unless Shane's in it.
Fatal 4-way? Put Shane in there?
There you go.
Really?
What I've been saying from the beginning, Shane needs to be involved in this.
In the title?
No, not the title, just in the feud.
If it's a fatal 4-way.
You could say they did some foreshadowing when he's like, "You're like Mr. McMahon." Mr. McMahon won the title at Rumble, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
All right.
So why couldn't Shane win it, but just not in the Rumble match?
There you go.
Mr. McMahon.
Wow.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
AJ is going to face off against Sammy, Noah says. And also he says something really dumb, like Elf is overrated. Bionic Brian. He is now Bionic. Raw was noteworthy. Tag titles, yo, he says. That's some broken Brian logic right there.
Yeah.
That's not Bionic Brian.
Yeah, that tag team match was garbage, and that win was garbage. And Brian, your new hips are fabulous. Garbage.
Yeah, there's only 4 weeks till Rumble, and by the way, that is our 2-year anniversary.
Oh, hey.
We're going to have a blast there. We're going to move on now, though, because this topic has run its course.
3.
Number 3. Rob and I were talking about this off air. Do they have to? Women are declaring, and let's just face it, everybody but the champions are going to be in and maybe a contender, but I could even see the contender losing and being in the Rumble later that night, if it's depending on how it's booked.
Well, listen, if there are 30 women, like they're rumored to be.
No.
No, okay, but maybe there are 20.
There's 20.
Okay.
But the whole point of this is, Medine, they're not announcing how many there are, so
that's exactly
if they did announce that there's 20, all this is bullshit. Them announcing who's in it.
There's got to be at least one veteran, or one legend, at least one legend, and at least one NXT show up, even if it's not for permanent roster placement.
Well, Ronda Rousey, we've talked about all the time. Iconic was on a poster, and Lita works in the Performance Center. This would be a good one-off.
I don't know if Lita can get in there.
I don't think Lita can get in there.
What about Trish?
Well, I'd be down for that, obviously.
I'd rather have Trish than Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I think we get something more like Ivory or Jazz or something, or something like that. Maybe a Molly Holly.
Victoria.
Stike Leather fact-checked your asses. He says that Vince won the title on an episode of Smackdown in '99.
Thank you, Stike.
Not at
Vince
Rumble.
He didn't win the belt when he won Rumble?
No. The only time the belt was up for Rumble was Ric Flair. Ric Flair
true.
is the only. Oh no. That's not true.
Hunter.
Roman
belt.
Reigns and Hunter, that final one, where Hunter won that. Or no, it was Hunter over Dean at the end. But yeah, that was the other one. So there's been 2 times that the Rumble was for the belt.
Oh, okay.
Hunter won and Flair won. Imagine that.
Hmm.
Those 2.
Wow.
Getting that same grouping.
Yeah, my thing, but yeah, so I'm just saying all your women are going to be in the Rumble. Don't need to declare. The Asuka declaration, I kind of understood because that sets up her in the title picture and makes her a contender.
But Naomi and Ruby Riott?
Who gives a shit? You're going to be in it anyway. We knew that. Everybody fucking knew that.
Stike Leather says Michelle McCool. There was some dirt sheets that Brian reported a while ago where she was trying to make a comeback. The other one, Bionic Brian, he says Trish or Kelly will most likely show up.
Trish,
I don't know.
I think Trish.
Is Kelly trying to get another boyfriend? Is that why she would come back? Oh, is that not what we're doing here?
You know what name's not being said, but she's been seen at the Performance Center a lot recently is Caitlyn.
Yeah, well, no. Noah said it on the board. He said over or under on Caitlyn being a surprise in the Rumble.
Oh, there he said it right there.
Yeah.
I don't know her.
Oh, I like this one, Noah.
What?
He said Bray dressed as Sister Abigail wins the Rumble. Hey,
Maybe he'll get over.
What about James Ellsworth?
James
Bring him
Ellsworth
back.
won the first Money in the Bank. And don't forget, Santina Marella won the first Mrs. WrestleMania.
I hope they don't do anything like that.
I wouldn't put it past
It'd be
them.
disrespectful.
It is the WWE.
I know.
I
but
wouldn't put it past them.
that's too
All right,
much.
I want to talk about dirt sheets to get through this shit.
4.
Number 4, -10. So we got a U.S. title 8-person. They didn't announce the 8, which I thought Orton and Knock were going to announce that they were in the tournament. But no, we got, hey, what happens when you lose the belt, Rob? The big belt, the heavyweight championship.
Usually you get like a grudge match or maybe an upper card feud.
I think
usually
you're 10 years off.
Oh, that's right. They just throw you down to the lower belt.
Right. You
Yeah.
just immediately contend for that.
Mid card.
So Jinder Mahal beats Ty Dillinger in a scratch your head one.
Why?
Land of opportunity.
Well, I'm just saying. Look, the gender experiment, who I was a backer of, I'll take that. The gender experiment was what 6, 7, 8 months, something like that,
6
right?
months.
And,
Good run.
you know, it ran its course. It was a failure. It didn't work out the way they wanted it to. Their fault for not polishing it up more than it could have been polished up. But it was a failed experiment. So Ty Dillinger, you have yet to make do any kind of experimentation with him. You know, at least give him one win in the tournament, and let's see if the crowd gets back behind him again, if he starts getting some heat again. I mean, give him an opportunity, for fuck's sake.
And here's the thing. If the Singh brothers try to pull some shenanigans and
Sing.
get caught and Jinder gets disqualified and that's how Ty advances,
Yeah.
fine. He doesn't need to win clean or anything, but that would also not damage what you have built with Jinder. and maybe even sow some more seeds of dissension with the Sings.
Hey, can I get a sound effect that every time you're going to say Singh Brothers, you hit the button and it goes, shibbity bobbity shibbity bobbity shibbity bobbity shibbity whoa. Sing.
How about that?
Whoa.
Anyway, so
What's up, Teddy?
Stike Leather and Noah say that Jinder's going to win the U.S. title. And, but Stike Leather adds Bobby's going to take it from him at Mania.
No, don't make Bobby's moment winning that fucking belt.
No.
Not that fucking belt.
No, and Jinder Mahal, I don't know if that means that he's facing Bobby, who defeated Baron, and let's just talk about Baron Corbin. Can't even get his rematch. Shane tried to give him a bye to the finals that was undeserved. Baron Corbin, talk about making the most of your opportunities. Lone Wolf, where's your friends, buddy? Nobody likes you. Dolph is gone. Bionic Brian says, why are they acting like Dolph is gone when the dude is still working house shows? That is pretty weird. When every town he goes to, everybody sees him, but he supposedly is on his future endeavors.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I liked how they brought that up, though. In the beginning, he was just like, and we were kind of like, okay, really? And then they interrupted him with the tag team thing. I guess that's as far as they were going to go with it, but
So
They
They didn't even announce Jinder and Ty till later.
It puts an interesting wrinkle on what you were saying a couple of weeks ago, where he drops the belt and then comes back later and says, I never lost it.
Oh, yeah. Dolph is going to come back at the end of this tournament.
Okay, just tell me, because I missed this part. What exactly did they say? Did he quit?
He's saying that since...
he relinquished the title.
Yep.
I heard that.
And we wish him better in future endeavors.
Yeah,
Okay.
like he walked out.
Like he walked out,
Huh.
and then he also said that Dolph Ziggler was one of the greatest performers
No,
in
fuck him.
WWE history, and we wish him well.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know. Yeah, I heard all that.
And that
Cool.
was that.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry for the recap.
All right.
Which
Hey,
you asked for it.
Anything else we want to complain about them
Yeah.
putting Jinder over?
Well, yeah, the rumor that they're going to change the U.S. title belt for the end of this tournament, they fucking have to. It is such a stupid fucking belt.
They could still do it.
It looks like something you'd buy on the Hello Kitty lane on fucking at Toys R Us. It's such a shitty little cartoon toy fucking belt. I fucking hate that belt.
For all the modernization of
Change it.
belts, that one needs it needs the makeover.
It does.
All the belts need a makeover except for the IC.
5,
Number 5.
Agreed.
Heel Heat wins. We were talking about this as the match was going on, which was a damn good match between Rusev Day, New Day, and we call them American Beta. And we're sitting there and we're using our deductive reasoning, and Rusev Day's over as fuck, New Day's over as fuck, the Usos are over
I like
as
how he
fuck.
says we. Go ahead.
And then Rob chimes in.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that means that American Beta is obviously going to win because they got legitimate heel heat.
Yeah, you can't put the two over teams on each other.
No, it doesn't work. And they had a good case. They had a good promo. I like that they won. I don't know that they beat the Usos, but if they don't, they lose any momentum they just gained.
I like the heel heat they're getting, and I give all of that to Chad Gable. Like every percentage point of fucking heel heat, I give to Chad Gable.
Yeah.
To me, it is such a shame that Shelton Benjamin is a absolute shell of himself.
Completely.
I mean,
He was never great on the mic, but he was attentive.
No,
But
no,
it
no.
was
But
not-
now
not
it's in
in
the
the
ring.
Oh,
James.
God.
I mean, but yeah, I've never seen ring rust last this long,
He needs WD-40. He
dude.
needs 40,000.
In a
WD-40,000.
wire, yeah, in a wire
WD-40,000.
brush.
40,000.
And he messed up that spot with Xavier where everybody looked dumb and Xavier just had to lie down. And then the motherfucker gets the tag and still goes for the pin at the end until Gable pushes him off.
Dude,
What's wrong? I was a huge Shelton Benjamin fan throughout his whole career.
Same here.
And tonight, man, did he hurt his brain? I thought he
Too
hurt
much
his arm.
eggnog. Too much eggnog, yo.
yeah,
Eggnog, you think he was drunk?
he looks like he's walking the wrong way on a treadmill.
It was bad.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Bionic Brian says, Shell Ton Benjamin.
Shell ton, a
And-
ton of a shell.
like a
And
shell.
Stike Leather reminds me, Jason Gable, he wrote. No, it's Chad Gable
I
is
was-
strong as fuck. He
Yeah.
he suplexed Big E and Aiden English at the same
It
time.
was beautiful.
Hey, here's my question. So
He should have been fucking Angle's son.
we had Rusev at the pay-per-view, right? Clash of Champions? Was that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we had him tonight in Chicago, obviously a very rowdy city. And Rusev Day over as fuck. I'm just curious, what's the shelf life on Rusev Day being over as fuck? Is it when they finally just squash him? People are like, well, fuck, there we go again.
At Mania when they squash him.
So you think Rusev Day will last?
I don't know. They got to do something with it. I compared it to like Booker and Goldust, and they weren't expecting this, so they don't know how to react. I don't think anyone was expecting
have
how
shirts.
fucking over Rusev. The shirt isn't even creative, Medine.
I know, but at least they got a shirt out quick.
But it's the least creative shirt ever, and they're just so fucking over. And let's not discount. Well, number one, Rusev seemingly is showing like his actual personality, and Aiden English, his prose, if you will, the way he sings is just on point.
Yeah.
Everything he said tonight, there was too many to even pay attention.
Yeah, you were chuckling.
Yeah. Oh, you were too.
I was.
Dyke Leather says he loved the double accolade. What do you think about that when he had Gable? Was it
great.
Gable and Xavier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
That was the one spot Shelton Benjamin didn't mess up.
There's my answer. Yes. Good.
Yeah, great. I got two Medines, just what I need.
Well, that was honestly the
That's-
the match of the night.
It was. And they let him go for at least 20 minutes.
At least. And I think part of that was also being commercial free. But you got a four match.
Hey,
maybe?
you could have
I would say
thumbnailed it for a minute.
2 false finishes.
Yeah.
It was worth the money paid for tonight, much more than last night.
Yeah, good thing I don't pay you per word tonight.
Now,
Smackdown presents
Go ahead. Make my day.
Before we get into this, Noah said that Aiden English did a shit version of the Frog Splash. No, Eddie Guerrero tribute, Aiden did the Frog Splash. He's married to his daughter. So it's okay, and I don't think it was a shitty Frog Splash. You're just a dick tonight, Noah. Did Noah and Juan switch brains? He's just being an ass for no reason.
Had bad
Fuck
Christmas.
You, Noah. Fuck you, Juan.
Yeah,
Bad Christmas.
I don't know. The return.
Oh, did Noah get a lot of coal for Christmas?
He's an angry elf.
Noah, are you the angry elf now? Is that what's happening?
That's what's happening.
Oh,
That's it.
okay. Here, this is for you, Teddy.
Oh man, I have no idea what's going on.
Teddy.
Gonna start with the good, and that's my segue. Fucking Aiden English was good tonight.
Oh, I didn't do none of these.
Rusev Day, his singing, everything that he said, I'm digging Aiden English. Best thing ever was dumping Simon Gotch. I know the gimmick is kind of weird, but it's getting over in spades, and Rusev's playing off of it well. What do you got, Medine? What's your good?
I'm going with KO tonight. His promos in the back and him getting the win over the champ at the end.
There you go. Roadie, you ready?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, Rusev Day. I mean, it's fucking good.
Rusev Day. They even kind of named it. Big E kind of chimed it out there. Board, you got any good? Stikelether says Rusev Day all year long. Noah says good. Aiden English tribute to Eddie, even if he did kind of a shitty frog. Shut up. Can't save yourself, Noah. All right, we're going to move on to bad. Roadie,
Oh, you want me to start?
I do want you to start.
My bad is Shelton Benjamin tonight. It's just not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just Shelton. Next week, I need like 10%. No, I need like 70% less suck.
There you go. Medine.
It was actually Randy and Shinsuke's declaration for the Rumble.
Here's the worst part about that. They had to show up the night
to
after
do that.
Christmas just to
Exactly.
announce it. And I don't know what the pay is just for an appearance, but Shinsuke is going to be Ronda Rousey soon in terms of how many words he says versus how much he got paid.
So are they using props like they do belts? Like, so you got to have 2 top titles, 2 mid cards, 2 tag team belts. You got to have 2 women's belts, and now you got to have 2 people with fucking mouthpieces. So each show gets a mouthpiece. The fuck?
I guess so.
It's weird how they're carbon copying each other just nonstop.
I like ready to run by.
Bad on the board. My bad. Ty Dillinger.
You're bad.
Ty Dillinger losing. I don't understand it. I think there's so many ways creatively around it. I think you could have given him at least one win in this tournament. Even if you had to put him against somebody other than Jinder, you should have done something with Ty. But there wasn't too big of a pop in Chicago for him. Stike Leather bad on the board, the women's match, but a prediction, Becky returns next week. Yeah, or at least she returns leading into the Rumble.
Absolutely.
Bad for Noah. Daniel Bryan calling Dolph one of the greatest of all time. I don't care if he was fed the rage line. Fuck you. WWE Dolph is not a legend. He's not a legend. He's a good worker. Okay?
Yeah.
That's I think what Daniel Bryan was alluding to. But Noah, I've been hard on you tonight, so here's a bullshit coin.
Not a legend.
So wait, he's not a Hall of Famer at the end of his career?
He's better than the Godfather, I'll tell you that.
I mean, yeah, the bar is pretty low.
Yeah. Brian broken.
At least we're willing to acknowledge that.
Bionically
yeah.
broken Brian. He said Ruby Riot's logic for being a front runner to win the Royal Rumble, all because her last name is another word for Rumble. Yeah, that was a weak ass promo. That made no sense.
Yep.
Glorious. Of course, my glorious tonight goes to, it's KO actually. KO, money in the way he celebrated that win, like he actually didn't win by hook or crook. He acted like he won legitimately, and I loved him for every second of it. Also, he got over on Shane to create some dissension between Shane and AJ. Good for you, KO. Roadie.
What are we doing, Glorious?
Glorious.
Mine is the acknowledgement.
Do you have a mouthpiece?
The acknowledgement of Vince McMahon's legacy, which we'll get to later more in depth, but leads me to dropping a seed in the ground for retirement. A small seed.
We will get to that, but I'll give you the coin now. Medine, who's your glorious?
Rusev Day. Rusev Day. Rusev Day. Rusev Day.
We need a sound effect for Rusev Day. That's how over they are.
You ain't get time.
Yeah, probably they'll be gone by the time we get one.
Right.
Noah says, glorious. Rusev doing a double camel clutch. Sheiky baby would be proud.
Yeah.
Also, my stepdad getting engaged to my future stepmom, Kiera.
Oh.
Is that the same name? Oh, I get it.
Wow.
Never mind. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow. His stepdad's marrying someone named Kiera, too.
Thank you, Noah. It only took us like 5 years to get there.
Yeah. By the way, for those that don't know, the queen is finally going to be satcheled to the king. I guess that's the way I'm going to put it. Glorious on the board. Stike Leather. He said KO. Nobody else has chimed in. Brian typed slow. Brian, you can put the keyboard by you. You don't need to walk back and forth. Creative fail. Creative fail is what we have next. Medine, where did they fail you?
That's funny.
With Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger?
There you go. Ty Dillinger.
I agree. Roadie.
What is this called?
Creative fail.
Oh, it's not that way on the fucking sheets.
Yeah, no.
It's subject fail.
No,
More
it's
like
creative fail and LOL are the last two awards.
Oh, I didn't know we had LOL. So I guess that's basically who booked that.
It's not there. So creative fail.
Ty Dillinger fucking losing.
There you go. 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Since I already used Ty losing as my bad, I put the women announcing their entry. We don't even know how many of you are going to be in the match. If there's 15, okay, I can see where they've got to announce because not everyone's going to be in. If there's 20, everybody's going to be in but champions. So fuck off.
Fuck off.
Stike Leather, creative fail, Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin is just an epic fail. Creative fail for Brian. He says, giving Jinder the win. Jinder Winstrol? He doesn't know how to spell Mahal. He doesn't know how to say it, and he doesn't know how to do it.
Mana.
Noah says, creative fail. It being too cold for me to bike ride without my cardio, I'm going to end up looking like Adam. You know what? I wish I could put you in timeout. Oh, wait. You are on YouTube. I can put you in timeout. That's what you get, Noah. Insult the host.
Show to a halt for Noah.
Yeah, right?
You put him in timeout for real?
Yeah, I'm putting him in timeout.
Wow, you're somebody sensitive about their gains.
For real, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where you're going to go?
He's just gonna go on Twitch now.
You are such a dick.
I know he will. That's why. Oh, no. Brian says, no, idiot. Winstrol is the name of the steroids that bodybuilders use.
Oh.
Oh, well, why didn't you use it, Brian? Maybe we would talk about your back knee instead.
Hello.
Last one.
Mine's natural.
LOL. What made you laugh, Medine?
when the Ascension nominated Breezango for another match next week against the Bludgeon Brothers.
They had the opportunity to say, we'll go defend our best friends, but
That's what I thought was going to happen. Finally, they would be like, yeah, we're going to go and defend their honor. Nope. Another match for you guys.
Good stuff. What do you got, Rob?
I'm actually watching that right now.
Oh, yeah, you were dealing with Mary when that happened.
In silence, it's funny as fuck looking. My LOL is Baron Corbin's hairline close-up tonight. Good job, camera guy, at the end there, just getting all up in that baldness.
Yeah, after he lost, just to embarrass the guy. My LOL goes to Big E for calling Shelton Benjamin an old Jason Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
There were so many good little lines in there.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was the spinning hips. Rusev said, stop with the spinning hips. There were just so many. And, of course, Chad Gable. He goes, no, today is actually Boxing Day.
Oh,
such a dork.
But it was so right.
No, I know.
Aiden English's entire verse that he sang had us chuckling too.
Stike Leather says one of the Singh brothers tripping coming into the ring after the match.
Mm-hmm.
And Berto, he says, I've been listening to the old Marked Out to make up for not listening from here to Mania. One time Rob thought CM Punk was returning for Mania 33 or 34, according to sources. I don't remember that one.
I don't know.
But it probably happened. Adam Bomb Sucks Penis says, LOL, the Noah kid, he's pretty cool and has an 8-inch cock. Okay, I'm assuming that's Noah's other handle.
Wow.
And Brian.
You let that one go off the rails.
Yeah, Brian, LOL, everything Ascension. Brian's still rocking that hard on for the Ascension. I wonder if Brian's their only fan.
I know he's not got them titanium hips, man. He can,
not anymore.
He can get into it now.
Is he going to Paul Ellering them to success?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Or is he going to Zeb Coulter them to the unemployment line?
Wow.
Both.
Is that how it goes?
It's America. Give me a rascal.
I
like bacon and bread.
Housekeeping.
Why are you playing this?
Later, please.
Tag
don't
champs
Don't
in
play. It's
18.
everything in that thing is outdated.
Okay, well then you say it.
Here are your Marked Out Wrestling housekeeping notes.
Housekeeping.
On Twitter at SmartMarkShow, you can talk to us there. Marked Out Wrestling on fucking what's it called? Instagram. Marked Out the number 1 on Facebook. Fan line 704-444-0084. Marked Out Podcast at gmail.com. Send us an email. Tell us how much you suck. Please rate, review, and comment, and subscribe, and all that shit to iTunes and Podbean. Don't forget, right now we are kind of cheating on YouTube, so go to our actual YouTube page, Marked Out Wrestling, Marked Out Pro Wrestling, and subscribe to our page as well. And if I missed anything, fuck it. You know, you can listen to another show when I did it right.
You are such a dick.
Yep.
Anyway, what the hell are you talking about? 5-star podcast is what Adam Baum says on the board. And I don't know what Brian's talking about. Tag champs in 2018 for Ascension, and Noah says unemployed in 2018. They might be very close to future endeavors or just close to this.
You're fired.
AJC joining us. He
Watch
says
them win the belts.
AJC has a good thought here on Twitch. He says they need to move the club to SmackDown. What do you think about that, Roadie?
Why? Sorry, you asked me right when I'm fucking yawning.
They seem to be building a division for a change.
Yeah, but they have 4 strong teams and 2
And no heels.
and 3 like teams and
But they have 3 the strong teams, there are 3 faces. They bring the club over, there's a second heel.
Don't forget about the Bludgeon Brothers.
the Bludgeon Brothers and what do you mean? Is the Benjamins fucking that American Beta?
They're the only heels.
Okay.
Rusev Day is over, New Day's over, Usos are over.
Yeah, but Rusev's still a heel. He's just a popular heel.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's still a heel.
Please.
I don't know.
He's still gonna win by hook or crook.
The rumored Fastlane main event, Stike Leather says, is Styles versus Orton versus Owens versus Zayn versus Shinsuke for the WWE title. It's a 5-way. And Finn is a jobber, and Gallows and Anderson are dick doctors. Is what AJ
Why do you
sees
keep
it.
reading? Okay, Ron Burgundy, what do you? The
Well,
fuck?
sorry, I'm trying to pay attention.
Can we move
Anyway,
on?
yes, we can move on. Are you
Thank
happy?
Yes.
You just been waiting for this all night.
Yeah, it's what I want to talk about.
All right, fine. Let's let it breathe, and then Medine can miss his cue.
Rumors are fun.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch
So the big news, obviously, is Adam's boy, Dean Ambrose, is now confirmed to be out for 9 months.
Ouch.
With a high-grade tricep tear.
Bye.
That's
I
beyond SummerSlam.
I wonder if he heals slow, too.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Jesus, Rob.
We all know Jason Jordan took his place last night in the tag team championship match last night, and they won. So, maybe a heel angle from when your boy comes back.
They were supposed to Seth Rollins. They were supposed to go to Mania.
Right.
Does this mean that Seth Rollins is fighting Jason Jordan at WrestleMania now?
God,
I
please,
don't think so.
Wow. Can you
But
argue
it's
that it's
possible.
not? They just
No,
gave him Dean Ambrose's spot.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that that's where they're going to go with it. I don't think that's where they're going to go with it.
Please, listen to my voice. Take it from the wise old Jew.
I'm really hoping that he is relegated to the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Oh, if he's in that, he's going to win it.
Well, fine, whatever. Who cares?
I'd rather see him lose.
Who cares about that fucking tournament?
Yeah.
So you don't see a
Battle
heel
Royal.
angle for Ambrose when he comes back?
I think
or even for Jordan later on?
Every intelligent fan knows that the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is just so people can have WrestleMania moments. That's all it is. And every time somebody wins, it's amounted to absolutely nothing.
All right.
So fucking who cares?
And, unless it's somebody who's already a main eventer, they haven't used the Rumble in a long time to elevate somebody.
All right. Well, speaking of angles and main eventers,
Mm-hmm.
your boy Kurt Angle itching to get back in the ring. Is only fueling these Triple H rumors. He was recently quoted as saying, when I wrestled Triple H, I wasn't even that good. I just started out. The match him and I can have now with his experience and my experience would be 100 times better. End quote. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is they're both past their primes.
Yeah.
Is my thing. Yes, you have a wealth of knowledge that you didn't have the first time you fought. You also have a wealth of injury and age now on that body.
But you know what? The psychology between those two could be fucking fantastic if they let them take it to 11. Now, if they only let them go 7 or 8, nah, it's shit. If they let them take it to 11, go over the top with it. The psychology of those two wrestlers, probably two of the best in the fucking business of all time, they could make it a good match even at this stage.
Do you think Kurt could go that long in a match? Do you think he's conditioned for that? Has to be a 20-minute match.
Dude, Kurt just got off. Kurt wasn't like on a fucking deathbed before he came in back on the main roster.
True.
He was wrestling around the fucking world.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, Kurt can go.
All right.
Not to mention
AJC has a fake dirt sheet. He says Rick Swan's going to be back in the Women's Rumble with a convict gimmick.
He's going to beat them all.
Anyway, but fucking with that Triple H Kurt Angle
yes.
that you're talking,
Yeah.
have them go like really at each other, like start talking
Like Shane
personal.
Angle style.
Yeah. Because they do have history, and it would be more than interesting. We'd be compelled by it. Absolutely.
Noah points out, he's reminding us, Kurt looked awful at TLC.
You know what? That's fine. Kurt was also fighting with the fucking Shield boys.
And really rusty. He hadn't been.
And he was
ring.
thrust in the gimmick by meningitis.
Exactly.
Right.
He wasn't. He didn't prepare for that match,
No,
so
he
we
didn't.
got to give him a pass a little bit.
Yeah, look, Kurt is. If you watched him towards the end of his indie run coming back, he was still going with motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Real quick, while we're on the topic, Kurt Angle in the Rumble.
No, but Kurt Angle WrestleMania, yes.
You know, the good thing too, if he fights Hunter, that we always complain, Hunter. Oh, here comes Hunter to fucking squash somebody, which he usually doesn't. He usually puts him over.
Yeah.
But you got two
Hunter
veterans.
has a shitty record.
Except for Sting.
You let two veterans
That was
have a
weird,
match that number one is not going to main event Mania, so they're not taking a spot from somebody, and number two, they don't have to worry about squashing some guy on the roster or putting somebody over. They're just having a match.
Brian says he was weighed down by the flak jacket. He's not used to wearing that as his ring gear.
Right, that's what it is. And he had to wet his hair.
Yeah, he had to put on hair.
The last one I have before Rob takes over the segment is WWE has scrapped the idea of the 4-on-4 women's match, WWE versus UFC. Two of the girls, Jessie Ann Duke and Marina Sharif, are no longer even training as professional wrestlers.
Good.
The other, Shayna Baszler, is now being pushed. Baszler, is being pushed as a major debut in NXT.
Yeah.
And we all know who the last girl is and what's going to happen there.
And we also know that
Hi, Brian.
Baszler's one of his girls.
Yeah.
I know he claims everybody when they join NXT, but
That was a bad idea. I'm glad they're stopping it. I mean, it's just there's no kayfabe in that.
I mean, it's only reported that they're scrapping it. Hopefully that there's truth to it, because you're right. It wouldn't have made any sense unless you had the girls at ringside
Yeah.
with the other girls at ringside.
If you want to bring back the four horsewomen of NXT and have them do a stable, cool.
but not against
but
fighters.
Wait,
No.
but every time they've
Shoot
done
fighters.
this, when
Yeah.
Aki Bono came in and beat the Big Show in a Samoan match, or traditional
But
Samoan
it's
wrestling match, they
one-on-
had Floyd Mayweather beat Big Show in a
It's
boxing
not
match.
4-on-4 though.
But whenever you bring in this outside talent in a different thing, you almost have to put them over, so there's no point to it because you're just squashing your own talent to further someone else's product. It makes no sense. It's a stupid booking,
Yeah.
and I'm glad they're not doing it.
So, well, I mean, aren't they essentially doing that with having Ronda win the Rumble possibly?
But that's slightly different because she's coming in, just like Ken Shamrock came in, just like Brock has come back. There's a difference between coming in and being full-time
Ronda doesn't
and
win.
doing a one-off. Okay, if Conor McGregor wants to come in at Mania and do a one-off, I'm not for it. If Conor McGregor wants to join WWE full-time, fine. Bring it. There's a big difference.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Ronda's not going to win.
You don't think so?
No, they're going to set her up for a feud at Mania, and the best way to do that is have somebody fuck her over.
What if I tell you the best way for her to come in is to win because she's limited? They don't have to put her in spots where she might be exposed. She just gets to come in there towards the end, maybe as one of the last like 6 or 7,
Yeah.
and eliminate a few people, be one of the final 4, have the other 3 do the work. Then she has to throw one person out at the
Your
end.
logic makes sense. I just don't think it's going to go down.
And then you put the big PR pretty much on the fact that Ronda Rousey won the first Women's Royal Rumble.
No, you put the big PR that she's going to be in the Rumble. Mania sells itself.
Wait, guys.
No,
you can make
don't have to sell Mania.
Medine.
No.
You can
With the
make
Women's
just as
Royal
many
Rumble.
headlines.
All you got to do is announce she's going to be in it. That's all you got to do.
And here's the other thing, Medine. You can make just as many headlines with her being the runner-up. She was so
know.
close. She almost won. Can you see
That was my first idea. Was her?
Oh, Roadie, I
being
need
a
you to
runner-up.
come over here for a second. I need you to use your special voice talents to read Brian's YouTube little blurb here for me.
Maria Shriver is Roddy's wife. She's been in the gym training. Not sure about a wrestling capacity, and I approve this message.
All right, thank you, Roderick Strong. So his wife's wrestling. I don't know what that means.
No, it says she's
she's in
not
the
wrestling.
gym
She's in the
training.
gym training.
Yeah, she's trying to lose the baby weight. You're reading way too much into that, Brian.
She's trying to be able to pick up the trailer.
All right, Roadie, you take it away. Your mud report.
So this is nothing new. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks. And I came up with a theory last week that obviously we weren't on the air, so I couldn't talk about it. But we all know Vince McMahon sold $100 million worth of shares. What are you doing? You're confusing me. Okay.
He's doing Street Profits.
Okay. Sold $100 million worth of his shares for WWE, and it's all about him restarting the XFL. Whether it's going to be called XFL, we don't know, but who gives a shit, right?
Right.
So here's my thought. My thought is NXT has been fucking just growing, leaps and bounds, blowing up. Great product. I think that was a testing ground for Hunter to see what he could do with it. I think he probably exceeded expectations the old man had for him doing that. I think Vince McMahon is going to move on to his XFL pet project, try to do it better than the first time, and he is going to move on with him and Kevin Dunn, go do the XFL exclusively, and allow Hunter to have the reins over the WWE.
The reins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pull back the
You're
reins.
making a big supposition that I kind of countered to make this discussion go a little longer. I believe that Vince is leaving to go do this venture. I don't necessarily believe that he's taking Kevin Dunn with him. If he does even give Hunter the reins, I think he leaves Kevin there as his little spy mole. There's no way that he is going to truly give the reins over.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is Kevin
Pun
Dunn.
intended.
Kevin Dunn gets a lot more credit than he actually should get. Right? Kevin Dunn is not a creative person. He's not a writer. He doesn't work with booking.
That's not what I'm suggesting.
I know. I'm just I'm gonna get there. You know, he is a TV producer, is what he is. And when somebody comes in who's in charge, a new manager or whatever, new president, new regime, they like to have their own people surrounding them. And not only that, but a lot of the old heads that were under the old regime don't want to be in a new situation because it's a new learning curve, one, and two, they're used to a certain structure of command that now they have to kind of bow down and get used to a different one.
You think P.S. Hayes and those guys leave?
I think P.S. Hayes could stay because fuck, what else is he going to do? But, you know, I think Kevin Dunn.
Pat Patterson goes away.
He's probably ready to go
Jamie
away.
Noble, Devon's back there.
Jamie Noble's fine. Devon's fine. Those aren't Vince's guys. Those are Road Dogs guys, right? So I'm just saying that I think people like Pat and people like Kevin Dunn, they'll want to move on once the old man's gone. You know, this is not our rodeo anymore. I don't want to be in this new situation because I don't want to have to readapt again at this point in my career. I can retire and do something else.
My thing is because Kevin Dunn is just the TV guy, leaving him behind as a little report back to Vince makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, but it's
versus taking him to a medium that he's not familiar with, just to go with Vince.
Yeah, but I don't know if Vince needs a spy. I mean, Vince is gonna
later, Stike.
Vince is gonna be there. You know, as far as owning everything. You know, even if Hunter has full creative control and he's moving the product in his own direction. I just think Hunter will come in. I think he'll take some of the brightness away from WWE, make it a little darker, a little dingier, a little rougher, a little tougher. Allow this new age of fans to start to get kind of that's been salivating for something a little bit more adult. Allow them to have it. And Kevin Dunn is a grown man that doesn't bow down to Vince. He's worked with Vince for many, many years. And why couldn't he just say, I'm just going to retire. I don't need to be a stool pigeon or a spy, Vince. I'm too good for that.
It's possible. Noah mentioned something funny. He says, can you imagine Cole, Saxton, and Graves calling a football game? And Berto says, Joe Buck should call WWE TV. He's just as bad as Graves, Saxton, and Cole, and fuck your face, Phillips.
You know, that was the problem with WWE, with XFL the first time. The problem was that Vince tried to use all of his wrestling people to write, or essentially write and staff and audition people for the XFL.
Yeah, Bruce Pritchard talked about he auditioned cheerleaders.
Yeah, and fucking they had
what does he know about cheerleaders?
They had P.S. Hayes doing shit for them, and Bruce was in there doing TV for them. It's like
P.S. Hayes was the Hank Williams doing It's Sunday Night FXL.
Right. Dude. But so I mean, I think Vince would go there and do it right, try to do it right, and get NFL or football people to do his football league. His cohorts, his fucking minions in WWE, they retire. Hunter takes over, brings his people up from NXT. Regal stays in NXT, promotes his own people into NXT. Boom, you have a whole new dynasty of WWE starts right now.
And you could finally play my story angle where Triple H could play it as an invasion. They should play it up as a storyline that he is taking over for Vince.
I agree.
They make a board come out and prove him incompetent and say goodbye to Vince one last time.
They should have started setting that up with the whole fucking Shane and KO angle, because that was a perfect angle to get involved.
I think they are. I still don't buy into.
They can still bring it back.
I still don't buy into Kurt and Triple H. I think Shane and Triple H are fighting at Mania, and I think it's for control. I think if they want to do this right, that's where it's going to go. I don't see Kurt and Triple H drawing as much heat as Shane and Triple H for control of the company. That is huge. And there you got a huge stipulation.
Within kayfabe, because I'm sure if this theory of mine works out, right, you know, obviously in the real world, Triple H would be he would be the top dog.
Yeah.
Right, creatively.
HNIC.
As far as the product goes. But in the storyline, in kayfabe, if that went down, would it be Hunter fighting for Stephanie because she can't fight her brother, obviously? So would it be McMahon's against each other, but Hunter?
I think that's how it ends. Is Stephanie screws Shane?
Okay.
I mean, I think that's how it ends.
Yeah.
You don't need any other outside involvement. This is a family matter. They're the next generation of McMahons. Call it what you will. Hunter Hearst Helmsley is Hunter Hearst McMahon.
Yeah.
I mean, say whatever you want. Those are also the three people who hold the stock options that control the company. So why wouldn't it be? And Noah says, wouldn't Stephanie be in control? No. I think Stephanie would.
She's the best at chief branding officer. That's her fucking best role.
Yeah, she doesn't need to be on TV every night, and it would do if Triple H did his own version of the Mr. McMahon type of character, it would work. Look at what it's done for Regal on NXT. Regal is great in his role. He trumps all the general managers on the other show, and he's very just low-key and subtle British like he's supposed to be.
I do it, I must do.
Yeah, we need to have this match. This is how I conduct all my promos.
Wow, you sound like kind of a broken Indian.
Sure, whatever it is. In any event,
Glorious.
before we go to this day in wrestling history, there was some dumb shit I thought of. So while the Riot Squad is beating up Naomi and then beating up Charlotte, the team of Lana, Tamina, Carmella, and Natalia come out. And I just thought, yeah, we should name them Team A. I mean,
nah, little yin yang twins. Yeah.
I never thought about how little diversity there was in the names.
Did you see the way Lana was walking to the ring? What the fuck was that? If you haven't
Yesterday
DVR'd,
was Rusev Day.
dude.
And on Rusev Day, you get anal.
Oh, yes.
That's
Lana,
her name spelled backwards,
Yes.
and that's why she couldn't walk right.
Yeah, it must be. If you got DVR, go DVR that chick. That was ridiculous. Corn cob in the ass.
Oh, God.
Rusev Day.
Oh, and Noah says he's talking about her
I'm
being.
glad you brought that up.
He says that Stephanie, not on TV. He's talking about in real life. Wouldn't she become CEO of the company? Possibly. I mean, Hunter is the COO now, though.
I don't know if Vince would. I think Vince.
It's a big topic, Medine.
Vince
Shut up.
could still be CEO. I mean, is it still Titan Sports or is it World Wrestling Entertainment?
I'm not even sure anymore.
Yeah, whatever it is. I mean, he can still be CEO, and XFL could be part of that umbrella.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Noah agrees with my theory on Lana. So it's time for this.
This day in wrestling history.
I like that guy.
Go ahead, Medine. Do it, brother.
Merry Christmas night after. So it's your favorite game?
Boxing Day.
Everybody knows what it is. Oh, it's also Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa as well.
Oh, is it really?
Yes,
What
it
the
is.
hell is
Happy
Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa. Hey, careful.
It's
there,
a
brother.
it's a
No,
religion
no.
with that robot on Futurama.
No, in Futurama, he was passing out, the Kwanzaa bot was passing out books, and it had a bunch of kids on the cover, and the title of the book was, What the Hell is Kwanzaa? So it always makes me chuckle.
Question number 1, as usual, who beat who? The Dudleys, the APA, excuse me, Edge and Christian, or the Hardys?
Who beat who? Wait, are those
This is a
it was
deluxe
four-way?
edition. This is a deluxe edition.
Wow.
The Hardys.
Edge and Christian.
The board, what you got?
No way for them.
Yeah, come
The
on.
answer,
This is right.
the Dudleys.
Oh, I wanted
right.
to say the Dudleys. I wanted to say it.
Me and
What
Rob
kind
both.
of match?
Oh,
did-
Noah guessed right. Dudleys.
Great. What kind of match did
You
The
wanted
Rock
to go. Wait.
and Mankind compete
You want to
in?
go to the board, then I go to the board, and you're great.
Too late. You already passed it, right?
All right. What? Rock and Mankind did what?
Exactly.
What
Rob?
Kind, what kind of match? I want to say a a submission match.
I'm going to guess it was a
Boiler room?
Oh shit! What could they have fucking
Boiler room match, man?
They had a tag team match.
No DQ.
Buzz yourselves.
No DQ.
This was a pink slip on a pole match.
Pink slip on a pole match?
Sure was.
God
Wow.
damn Vince Russo.
Third, how long did it take Chris Jericho to get disqualified against Al Snow? Closest time without going over.
I'll say 20 seconds.
I'm gonna say 21 seconds.
Bastard. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Adam wins that
Fuck
one.
you, Adam.
They're doing the fucking Price is Right bullshit. Where did this
Shut up, Noah.
take place? Raleigh, Columbia, or neither?
Raleigh.
Neither.
Rob gets the coin.
Yeah.
Right next to Medinesboro, there's a city called Greensboro, and that's where it took place on December 27th of what year? 1998, 1999, or 2000?
Noah got neither right.
This sounds like a 99 to me.
What were the choices?
98, 99,
98.
2000.
98.
Rob gets the coin again. 1999.
Adam gets the
I'm
buzz.
gonna
Extra-
party like it's 1999.
Indeed, Prince. Extra credit. How many matches were on this card?
7.
Wow, Noah got another one right. 99.
Adam, how many matches were on this card?
It was a Raw.
No, that's not the question. The question is how many matches were on this card?
Come on, Jew, give me a number.
8.
The answer is 10.
Wow.
10. How many of these matches were more than 5 minutes?
Noah said 6.
3.
I'm gonna guess 4.
2. The Rock and Mankind match, and the main event was Big Show versus Triple H in a no disqualification match.
Yeah,
and
8.
finally, the last question. Was this a pay-per-view?
Noah guessed
No.
1 match. AJC guessed 4.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say negatory.
You're both correct. This was a episode of Monday Night Raw with 10 matches.
10 matches. It shows what
And
you can
good
do.
matches.
with
And
time.
Two
good
under 5
matches.
minutes. Jeff Hardy did wrestle twice this night as well, and it was interesting. It had everybody involved.
Ebb and flow.
Yeah, I mean, that's this day, December 27th. That's actually tomorrow in wrestling history.
All right.
I also have a message from
Okay.
our boy Mike Cena.
Watch the mic levels, Adam.
All right.
Watch the mic levels, buddy. All
I'm
right.
ready.
All right. He chimed in with a Christmas poem.
Oh.
Hit play.
All right. So hit play.
I did.
All right. Here you go.
'Twas the night after Christmas when all through the studio a new day was upon us 'cause Santa ate all the bootios. Nikki put on her stockings and brushed her pretty hair while I recall the queen herself telling me, always do it with flair. The children were non-existent 'cause I'm the pull-out king. This about to be the new holiday anthem. You better look out, Bing. Stank bitches in Yankee fitteds and me and my cap were about to turn up for the night before I decided to spit this rap. When out in the driveway arose some commotion. I was sipping on a Guinness, but I had to put down the potion. Away to the window I ran like the Flash, saw 2 motherfuckers with badges scheming on my stash. The moon upon the breast, pre-fellatio. But now Jake was outside and he's here to take my blow. When what to my wandering eyes would appear? A flamboyantly dressed midget. I wasn't sure if he was queer. A fat little bastard. You could tell he had no shame. Out of nowhere like Randy, he called them hoes out by name. Now Becky, now Ruby, Tamina and Lana. You're all gonna put the new girl over. Her name is Rhonda. As they were about to enter, I saw them give him a side eye. Suddenly a drive-by killed a cop, so we waved to him bye-bye. Up to the bedroom with no sign of St. Nicholas. I had to slay him with sex toys, and I know their taints were ticklish. Then they began twerking when I thought I heard the door. Enough interruption. I want to turn these divas into whores. I was about to get head, and I was turning around. Down came the chimney, was a dwarf. He must have been hurt by the ground. He was dressed in faux fur from his head to his feet. I could tell he was street smart and he had red in his cheeks. His eyes were bloodshot, his dimples how merry. But was he here to cock block 'cause I'm about to pop cherries? I was bebopping rock steady. Now instead I'm not ready 'cause he pulled out his pot belly and rubbed it with petroleum jelly. His pipe was quite smelly, held it tight in his teeth. And the smoke was so potent that it had to be Keef. He was chunky and plump, a jolly small elf. I laughed when he did this, in spite of myself. In its wink of an eye, the girls were back to giving head. Immediately I knew I had nothing to dread. They spoke not a word. I knew this wasn't a work. They were slurping and moaning as they gave me a jerk. Then shoving a finger up the back of his nose, I decided I would break him off a few grams of snow. He sprung to his sled and gave his harem a holla. Away they all went, with the exception of Lana. She stayed by my side as they drew out of sight and exclaimed, "Happy Rusev Day to all, and to all a Rusev night." Smackdown, motherfuckers. Ho, ho, ho.
You know, if we didn't have the explicit tag on iTunes, we do now.
Mike Cena, best gimmick of 2017, Noah says.
You know what Santa Claus's favorite song is?
What is that?
Use a hoe, ho, use a hoe.
Ho.
I said that use a hoe.
Okay, sure. That's what happened.
Oh.
Anyway, final thought. My final thought is this. I want to say, first off, anybody who had to go through Christmas last night, you got a better show tonight, so why would I want to go to Christmas? I would rather go to Smackdown. Smackdown was in the same city. If I'm in Chicago and have to choose and don't go to both, I'm going to go to Smackdown because tonight was a hell of a lot better show. I don't know what the hell's going on 205. I don't care.
You get to stay home on Christmas Day, chill with your family, watch NBA,
sit in a chair.
do something else.
Most kids are not back in school.
Not back in school. Exactly. You have the next night to just chill and do whatever. You got a whole week to. What a way to kick off a week than to do SmackDown as opposed to Raw. You would have got a waste of a show, waste of money, waste of time last night.
And that's the other point is that they did nothing to further the story on Raw. They've already announced their main event. They changed tag titles. They had a nothing match between, well, no conclusion.
Ring, ring. Hello. Ring, ring.
Yeah. Hey, I'm phoning it in.
Yeah, Roman, have him get DQ'd. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's how we'll keep the belt tonight. We haven't done that.
Oh my God, he's trying to dry his hair. Disqualify him. He's got a blow
We're
dryer.
wrapping up.
Am
So
I getting yelled at?
I don't know what the hell. Final thought from Noah. He says, since Adam and Rob are engaged dudes, we need Medine and Brian to get engaged to each other. So everyone on the show is going to be married. That'd be some weird ass fatal 4-way shit right there. Just sentence us all to death at once. Thankfully, my fiance doesn't listen to this podcast, so that's how I do it.
Go ahead.
Anyway, we're gonna sign off for tonight. I hope you guys had some fun. We had some fun with it. Tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Smackdown Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Go away, fat man.